Like Match just said, that is what most people believe mediumship, psychic development is. It's a gift. The reality of it in gift, it implies that you can do something I can't, or I can do something that you can't, because we've had gifts bestowed upon us. Some unseen energy has given you these abilities to be able to work alongside of it. The reality of it is, the gift is life. The gift is oxygen. The gift is your beating heart. That's the only gift. As you have that, you have the right to free will. You can make conscious decisions, whether that be good, bad, the happy, the sad, all of these different earthly emotions you're going to go through the cycles of life, more importantly. But that's the only gift. Idealizing the fact that there is such thing as a gift that will enable you to be able to perform and execute mediumship readings or psychic readings, that is going to stop you from being able to progress 100%, because that is never going to happen. That is never going to be constructive to you, because you are waiting for something to happen. The reality of it is, the spirit world, the communication, the energy isn't a problem. We as the human beings are the problems. It's us that needs to be refined. It's us that needs to take a look at our inner workings and realize the mechanisms within each and every one of us to be able to find our awareness centers, to be able to bring forward that evidence, that clarity, that direction in a specific moment. It's not down to energy to hand you something. It's not down to the universe to give you something. It's down to you understanding the conduit, the instrument, the messenger of spirit that you are, to be able to find that trust, to be able to...
What an intro. That was kind of cool. I'm learning how to do all of these different things on it. So I hope you are doing absolutely great from wherever you're watching from. We're going to be streaming tonight. We'll probably be on for the next hour and a half. Hopefully, we'll get some people to jump on. We'll hear some stories. We'll be able to share some awareness for the spirit world. The good, the bad, the ugly. But that was kind of awesome. That I've learned how to. What you've just been watching there as well is a clip from one of the new videos that we've released, where we do like not a review. That sounds horrible, doesn't it? A review, but we'll do like a reaction video on Matt Fraser. Matt's absolutely awesome. I love his work. But we've done a full breakdown on just, I think his video was 18 minutes long, and I think our video is like an hour and 40 minutes long. And we didn't even finish his video. I was just like, oh my God. It was going on for absolute ages. So I hope you're doing absolutely great from wherever you're watching from. This, I know you are probably like, oh my God, he's done 2 in a night. I've like literally got now to do. I don't get me sun until Sunday. And I've been like pulling the little bits of hair out that I've got in my head all day. So hopefully we'll get some good numbers tonight. I'm just going to come over and double check to make sure I've put this live, because I'm notorious for not putting it live. Let's just double check in my live control room. There we go. Also, what you will see is each and every one of these live streams, as soon as it's complete, a high quality version with refined audio will be uploaded as its own independent video. And we're actually streaming over 2 YouTube channels tonight. So I just want to make sure we're live on the other channel as well. Oh, Oh, yeah, we are actually live on there as well. So that's all right then. There we go. We're back in the room. We're back in the room. So how's everyone doing then? What's everyone been up to? Hopefully, right, there we go. I'm back. How's everyone doing? What's everyone been up to? Well, we're going to make a video on how to use a crystal ball today, but instead, we're doing the reaction video with Matt, which, to be honest with you, I think it's much better. It's a much better way. Can I actually can we react to content on here as well? So present. So what can I actually show on here? So I can share screen. Ah, let's have a little look at this then. So if I share my screen, will this come over to here? And can I share my paranormal investigation? Come on to here. So if we go on to playlists, Soul Seekers, videos. If we come down onto, where was the, let us show you some footage, eh? Let's have a look at some spirit activity. See if I can find, well, let's see if this works the way I want it to work first. We'll get that link. Oh no, right, so what I'd have to do is click on it. Share screen potentially. And it's going to be that one. God, look at that scary little creature. How do we get that to go to full quality then? There we go. Hey, that's going to be quite fun, isn't it? There we go. We can have a paranormal video as well. So if I press that, Halloween special, yeah. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. I'm liking it. Why don't I have a look at the jail where I got locked in, one of the most notorious cell blocks in the United Kingdom, on me own. I can't remember what the date was, actually. I'm sure it was something to do, it was like close to Christmas, or was it close to Halloween or something? I don't think it would have been close to Christmas. That just sounds awful, doesn't it? I'm sure it was close to Halloween. Let's have a little look.
At Jedburgh Jail. As you can see, this magnificent, beautiful building behind us not only contains echoes of history, but it has cell blocks, it has jails, it has everything.
Did you notice that? It says it has everything. It has. It's well, hang on, come back, see if you've noticed this. See if you've noticed this. It was kind of funny, actually. Hang on, not to put myself down, but I think that was pretty funny. Let's see how many of you noticed what I do here.
Not only contains echoes of history, but it has cell blocks.
Cell blocks.
Jails. It has everything.
Jails. Cell blocks are jails.
Want to see me get locked inside? Yes, in tonight's
cell
episode,
blocks are
friends,
jails,
I'm going to be locked in for an hour in one of the most notorious cell blocks known to man. Each and every one of you, ask yourself the question: what would you feel if you had your liberties struck away from you? If you are contained within these very walls, this magnificent defensive structure?
I mean, in all fairness, whilst it started off as a bit of a joke and a bit of a laugh, right? Realistically, could you imagine being locked in that location? But not in current day times, but going back to when it was a fully functional, operational prison system, and being locked in there, incarcerated in there, and you hadn't even done anything wrong. I think that would be pretty absolutely crackers, if you ask me. Sorry, I'm just trying to check out these different. Oh, that one's a bit better, actually. That's a bit better. Continue. We're just waiting for everyone to come on. I haven't seen any comments coming through yet, so I don't think anyone's on yet, but I've got a funny suspicion I've done something wrong. So yeah, I'm just having fun. We're just going along on the ride. We're going to watch some of my own videos. Let's rip them apart. Let's have some fun with it. I want to have a look at some of the paranormal
Well,
side
I'll
of
tell you
stuff.
what you would feel. You would feel lost, helpless, hopeless in some cases. In a
I mean, that's an understatement of the year, isn't it? If you were locked inside of there with no way of escape, you'd feel lost.
lot of the prisoners in here, think of the judicial system that we have right now, if I get the words out properly, sometimes it can go
Where
wrong.
was some of the...
Come and see if we can let Catherine have her say.
Where was the part where...
See if we can see a
I'll show you
what
the
she's
scare... I'll
show
you the
it's worth
scariest
knowing as
part,
well.
I think.
The videographer who's been following us around, has
The
been
entire
emotionally
investigation,
affected
right,
from this floor.
led
Just
with
wanna
to
come
this
back up
cell
here.
block.
Same with the cell. Just get next.
Bearing in mind, right, when I
Sorry, everyone. I think I might have sworn camera there. That was not intended.
bearing in mind the entire night, you have not done anything wrong, and I really like the first podcast episode. That's absolutely awesome. That's absolutely awesome. They're all just going to be a complete free for all of different stuff. To be fair, we were meant to be doing the podcast styles show, like with obviously guests coming on, but until we have guests who want to share their stories and stuff, we're just going to come on and just have some fun. Tonight, it looks like we're going to just have a look at some footage, and I'll show you some of the paranormal captures we've gained, and you can make like your own decision on whether it is paranormal, whether it's not paranormal. This in the entire location. I mean, I didn't even get like told that this was the most notorious cell block, but as soon as you went into here, it was almost like you walked through this energy field. You could feel that there's something enveloped you. And to be honest, I get why people would be scared of this part of the building, but I felt right at home. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. But I did genuinely feel at home. I wasn't made to feel unpleasant or anything along them. I did, however, though, get a little bit jumpy, which you're about to see here now.
Would be absolutely awesome if you could do that again for the YouTube audience. Remember teaching every one of you, right? Something is just pulled back of my top. Sorry.
I remember I was stood. Basically, what had happened was I put my big boy pants on. I was sat in that room on my own. You'll see that on the footage. And I thought, I'm going to have to go out in the corridor. There was something that was kind of... I didn't want to leave the threshold of the cell. I felt like I was safe. I felt comfortable. Safe's probably the wrong word because it puts it into a bad context. But when I was in there, in the cell, I just felt like kind of at peace. I had come to terms with it. I was in there. Out on the landing, however, was a completely different matter. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It was like you were being watched. It was like you weren't meant to be on that landing. And what you've just seen there is I put my big boy pants on. I went onto the landing and I was like, hey, with my camera. And as soon as I had my back turned, I could feel it was like I didn't want... You know when you feel vulnerable, when you're like, oh, your back's exposed and you kind of feel like uncomfortable in that respect. Well, that feeling had washed over us. And as that feeling washed over, something literally pulled the back of me top down to the point where I swore. You didn't see it on camera because you've got to think I'm like holding the camera. I'm literally, you see how it looks like it's all illuminated in this area. We've obviously got an infrared camera that shows within the infrared spectrum range. It gives the impression that it's broad daylight in there. But that place was in complete darkness. There was no artificial light sources. There was no electricity, more important, going to that part of the building. So I put my big boy pants on. I had went and stood with my infrared camera. And as I was filming, that's when it happened. We didn't have a camera. If there was a camera, you would have literally seen the back of my top get pulled. It was like weird, like.
I didn't mean to swear. I did not mean
it did
to
make us jump
freak
a
out
bit,
there.
if I'm honest.
You got me attention. Sorry, everyone. I think I might have sworn camera there. That was not intended.
I've already edited that out.
Right. It's very rare you'll hear me swear at any point, but you did catch us off guard there. Remember, you don't need to fear the spirit world of the realms. You have to protect from poor understandings and bad teachings. I say that all of the time.
Now, if you listen to that there, I just heard a growl through this. which is mad because I didn't realize this at the time of actually doing it. If we listen back to that, right, see if you hear it, maybe it's just me, but if you listen
you'll
to
hear
it,
me swear at any point, but you did catch us off guard there. Remember, you don't need to fear the spirit world or the realms. You have to protect from poor understandings and bad teachings. I say that all of the time. But unfortunately, when you come into locations like this, irrespective to your thoughts, views, and opinions, guess what, my friends?
no, I didn't hear it there. It must have. I think it was when I was trying to say about not protecting and stuff.
It's very rare
if you
you'll
listen,
hear me swear at any point.
Right, so listen now, right, not to my voice, but try to listen to what's behind my voice because it happens. It's like a breathy. Bear in mind, I've just had the back of my top pulled.
But you did catch us off guard there. Remember, you don't need to fear the spirit world or the realms. You have to protect from poor understandings and bad teachings. I say that all.
Did you hear it there? Did you hear that? That was freaky as hell. That. Watch, we'll come back to it. A lot of the time, you see, when I do these videos, I never ever edit them. Well, when I edit them, I'm lazy. I do as little as possible. And because of some of the time when I do that, I don't get to capture a lot of the evidence. But if you listen to this, I'll try and cue you when to be listening because I don't know how it's going to sound over the internet. I don't know how the compression is going to work over StreamYard. But it would be very interesting to let us know in the comments what you hear. You hear me speaking, and then there's a brief pause, and you hear, it's kind of cool, actually. Like, I can't believe I missed this in editing.
All of the time. But unfortunately, when you come into locations like this, irrespective to your thoughts, views, and opinions, guess what, my friends? Sometimes, just sometimes, you get scared. A little bit. Just a little bit. Right. Well, I don't set this up. Well, in fact, you know what it is? Why? From poor understandings and where I did not mean to freak out there.
Right, we'll
you
go
got
back.
My attention. Sorry, everyone. I think I might have sworn camera there. That was not intended.
Right, listen to this. Listen.
Right. It's very rare you'll hear me swear at any point, but you did catch us off guard there.
Right, it's going to happen anytime soon. Pay close attention to the tone in my voice so you can hear it's not me.
Remember, you don't need to fear the spirit world or the realms. You have to protect from...
Did you hear it? I'm glad I didn't hear that at the time. I would have been out there. Seriously, that was terrifying. I'll just quickly come over to the comments there. You have not done anything wrong. Easter Bunny, I remember watching this. Is this the episode where you were unable to open a door? Well, it was. And I tell you what, where we're at now, 1633, why don't we go to that section where the spirit world created this vortex and wouldn't allow us to open the door? Or did they? Let's go over to that part, because it actually was quite funny. I'm just trying to scan through it, people, just to see where it happened. Remember, if you've got questions, you know, like, did you hear it? I wasn't sure if you were going to hear it or it would be me looking like a madman making stuff up, but I literally heard somebody like, bleh. Hey, this is quite fun. I think we'll go through all my videos. Where was the part where where the spirit world wouldn't let us in? Let we have a look, and Easter Bunny's just mentioned something very, very interesting there. And I forgot as well, we actually caught and captured on camera a shadow person moving on this as well. And it wasn't the shadow of one of us. It was an actual shadow person. That was absolutely awesome. Where are we going? This is where we got locked in. Yeah, there's no escaping that. Look the size of that key on that door, man. That's ridiculous, isn't it? Jordan's not getting out of that. Little Houdini trying to crawl out of some of them prison bars. Definitely not happening. Not with my belly. Where are we? For those of you who don't know what we're doing, what's called ITC.
Switched on, ready to rock.
We're trying to catch our EVPs here.
Rock and roll. Hold it down. 1, 2, 3. And let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this party started.
Oh, yeah, watch
Kept in
this.
here, put it
This
that
is
way.
quite funny.
But yes, really interesting the fact that these
I'm
doors.
trying to find the part that
and
Easter
slam.
Bunny mentioned
No.
where the doors
It would
locked.
be awesome if you
That's
could
the
let
reason
me
why
know
I'm-
down in the comment section what you feel in this block. Use the ability of psychometry. Feel what you
To give it
can
a little bit
sense.
context, to give it a little bit of context as well, right? When we went to Jedburgh Jail, it had been done out for Halloween. Yes, it was Halloween we went. So you've got like creepy stuff all over the place anyway, in a creepy location. And I got caught proper off guard at the next part. This is the first walkthrough that we're done, so we didn't know. There was one part I went in and there was like a mannequin sat there looking at us. I like literally screamed.
Let me know down in the comment section what you think was here. I'm not going to tell you what was here, but let me know.
I've
This
just
is
told you
cell
what
block
was there.
Number 1. We'll call it cell block 1 for the purposes of this video.
And then
Let
he
me know
forgot
what
to, he
was here.
forgot to
There's
do
a
it for the
stigma
rest.
attached to
Listen,
these
watch
sorts
it.
of locations, isn't there? There's always fear associated to them. And
Have you
I
heard
mean,
that?
when you look at it from the outside, you can see why people would feel anxiety, would get nervous. A lot of people.
That noise, by the way, is not the spirit world. That's what I'm saying. That's the sort of vibe you're working with. There was different pieces of equipment set up all around the venue that would be on PIR sensors and just trigger and scare the living daylights out of you in specific parts.
Sense, feel things, manifesting it through the wants, needs, and desires of not understanding what energy is here to do. But this,
Look how on the edge I
it
am
goes
there.
without saying, each level you go
Look
up,
terrified.
it becomes, and it's not because I'm unfit. Every
I
level
am.
you come up, the energy starts to take your breath. It starts to get a lot more dense. So almost when you're a psychic like myself, you're kind of cutting through the energy. Now this is just like absolutely unreal up here.
I can't
It's cell
find.
block number 1. We'll call it cell block 1 for
Why
the
can't I
purposes of this
find-
video. Let me know what was here. So there's a stigma attached to these sorts of locations, isn't there? There's always
Can't find
fear
it.
associated to them.
That's doing me
Open-
head in that
open mind.
laughing now.
A lot of the prisoners who are, imagine the magnitude of energy that's got to be caused to move something of this.
Oh yeah, this is what I'm telling you about now. Is this
Size and
story
nature.
where one
Once
of
you are
the
locked
doors
in here,
slammed on someone?
there is no escape. There is no getting away from the fact that you are now.
Looks
confined
terrible. The quality in that mind. Have I put this on? Oh, it's because I've stretched it. Right, I get it.
to these very four walls. There's a beautiful echo in there.
Right, I tell you what we'll do. I can't find the part that Easter Bunny's mentioned. For some reason, it was definitely left in here. But in hindsight, what happens is we're on a walk around and there's a door and I'm trying to open the door and it literally won't open. And in the first instance, I assume that there's some sort of unseen force that's holding it and stopping me from being able to enter through the threshold into the spirit world. And I'm believing it. I'm telling myself that. And then I'm opening the door the wrong way. And then it just opens. And it is really actually funny because it shows you like these things do happen. You do make mistakes sometimes on
At
investigations.
certain points.
Right, watch
You'll
this.
probably, I've been through here a few times and I keep.
Look behind me, right? What you want to pay attention to is, I think if you can see, I hope that you can see my mouse cursor. I don't know if you can, but if you can't, what you want to do is where my area is on the right hand side. What you're going to see is there. You're going to see a shadow person form. Now, that's not because of the light from where I am. There isn't a light source that's causing this. We're debunked that. We looked at it when we were there. We could also see that as I'm in a stationary position, that the shadow moves. And it's absolutely freaky, this. Wait, you see this?
Forgetting. And
I didn't see it at the beginning. It was only once I had edited it that I noticed it. Watch this.
put you or lower you into a false
So,
sense of security.
watch behind me.
Unfortunately, there is going to be jump scares at certain points. You'll probably, I've been through here a few times.
You see in the distance, there's like this weird shadow watching me. And I don't know if you're going to see for the compression.
And I keep forgetting.
Did you
In
see that
this
there
cell
move?
block,
Did you just see that move there? Let's see if I can get the quality a little bit better for you. Because it is a 1080p. It's been proper stretched there. So let's see if we can get the quality to look a little bit better. Right, does that look better? No, now I can't see it. Oh, what a shame.
Okay, you would have had
Right, get ready to see it. You're going to see... Oh, hang on, what's happened there?
multiple different people
Oh,
who would have spent time. As you can see, there's your
little
Facebook
jump scare.
ladies and gents.
Little jump scare.
But if you can use psychometry to be part of your energy,
What sort of a normal person sits in one of the most notorious jail cells for paranormal activity with a homemade spirit portal device and sitting smiling? I mean, that smile doesn't last for very long, does it, Joel? It gets a little bit freaky. Honestly, it does. Like,
please come in.
what I'm going to do is now, right?
It went up to 0.7.
So that there that I'm holding is called an EMF meter. That started going up. It started going down. Sorry, everyone. I'm going to come over to the comments. Yes, I heard that. I had an experience at my uncle's house when I was a kid, around 10, and I heard knocking, so I went to check, and there was nothing. Then after that, we started playing hide and seek. Hello from Wisconsin. Hello. I hope you're doing absolutely great. I made a rule that if you see me clap your hands because it was dark and my friend was on the other side of the house, that I heard the clapping. And oh, that sounds like a terrifying game. That does. Oh, I heard a clapping. That sounds like something that would be in a horror movie, that game. Side of the house, I heard clapping at the closet and searched for 10 minutes. Oh my God, that's terrifying. Yeah, no, I'm not playing that game. Well, it might be interesting to do that on a paranormal investigation, though. I think that's what we might do on one of our next paranormal investigations. And we'll see if we can get some spirit communication like back via claps. Let's come back over onto this video.
Now,
There you go. Did you just hear that there? So
the afterlife.
what I'm doing now is I'm using the apparatus to do what's called ITC. It's instrumental transcommunication, where effectively the spirit worlds can use the white noise, the signals, to be able to speak in clarity and tone, whether it's a female, whether it's a male. And this is widely known. This isn't anything that I've just created. What is a little bit different is the device that I've made. Okay, so that's cool. Yeah, that just happened. Just switch off me light, why don't you? I think there must be something wrong with that light, to be fair, because for some reason it's fully charged. I don't get it. Unless it's on like a... It's literally fully charged, so I don't know why that light keeps going off. It's a bit annoying, actually. So yeah, what I was seeing there is what you're about to see. You're going to hear audibly, if you listen, you're going to be able to hear something being spoken. I believe it said sit. However, that was at the time of editing. Sometimes when you're editing, it sounds, when you've got the raw file, it sounds very different to what you're going to hear with the compression, with once it's been exported. So let's together just see what we can hear. Let's just see what we hear.
Thank you, my friends.
I heard like a whistle there, like a, you know, like a maybe the jail cell, like a prison officer's whistle. Watch, we'll go back.
Thank you, my friends.
Listen for this whistle after I said friends. You hear that? Then you hear sit coming over. So first of all, let's build up a little bit of an evidence trail. You hear a whistle, which would potentially have been one of the guards, and then you hear sit. That's like there's a guard in there, isn't it? Telling you to sit. What am I already doing? I'm sitting. So that's a little bit unnerving, isn't it? Let's put it back on again.
The realms come forward and work with me and prove of the afterlife. Thank you, my friends.
There's the whistle. Sit. Let's speak. Did you hear that? I heard that in here. I don't know what it sounded like to use. Let's go back. Whistle. Sit. Let's speak.
Yes, do you hear that? I hear.
And at this point, like energy, like kind of, I start channeling. From this point on, I couldn't really remember what was happening, and it gets quite freaky. You see, like my face changing and loads of weird stuff happening. I start acting like out of character. If you look at how my demeanor's been for the entire investigation, I was always very alert. If you notice at this point, I'm not very alert. I'm very lethargic. My head started going heavy. That said, an audio had come through saying, come on, but to be honest with you, I didn't hear that there, so I'm not going to confirm if that's what it said. Maybe you heard better there. I'm going to try and scan through.
Do you like me being here?
So something come through there, but couldn't make it out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go at the very, very end of the video, right? And I want to show you something. I want to show you something absolutely beautiful, to be fair.
I'll get some equipment.
You can see there, right? We use what's called a Canon EX55. I believe it's a 55. And in reality, it's like a £2,000 infrared camera. For those of you who don't know, you do get other cameras that have night mode built into them. But the way that they're designed, you're going to get motes of dust. You're going to get like what people will see are orbs, but they're not orbs. It's just literally bits of dust. If you look at the image that you're looking at, how crisp, how clear, bear in mind this is in complete darkness. Look how clear that image is. There's no dust. There's no specks of anything. Keep watching. Keep watching. So yeah, there was like this weird... Right, see how there's still nothing? Now, if...
I mean, you no harm.
If there was dust there, if this camera was going to be picking up particles within the air, as I'm walking along, I'm causing my own vacuum, you would have seen dust manifesting. You would have seen little orbs everywhere, wouldn't you? So we're all in agreement from looking at this footage. There is literally nothing at all moving in that corridor. There is no light pollution. There is no electricity to the cell block. There is nothing at all there. However, bear that in mind. I'm now setting up a laser grid array.
A bit annoying.
And the idea behind this is what we want to see is we want to see shadow mass of transient energy moving across those laser beams, disrupting it, basically standing out to it.
I'm a little bit needy. But with good reason.
So I've just asked the spirit world to come on camera. I've just asked them to please, like, basically effectively come out of the cells. I says, look, I'm sorry, like, I'm not going to ask you again. Like, that's me going now. I just want to get a little bit more evidence. Like, thank you for having us here, so to speak, but just being respectful and nice. This is what being respectful gets you, right? To anyone who wants to be a paranormal investigator out there, you don't need to shout, you don't need to swear, you don't need to be disrespectful. You be nice and you get the rewards. Keep watching. There's the first one. There was the first orb. It just shot straight past. Keep watching.
Thank you, everyone.
Look at them all filling the entire place now. Watch.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You see them going from side to side? So they were coming from the cell blocks. And they were entering, coming across from cell block to cell block, from cell block, not cell block, from actual room to room.
Well, then that's a wrap. What can I say? Like, this video has been an absolute mixed bag.
Like, I couldn't wait to get out of there, to be honest. At that point, I just wanted out of there. I mean, you could say to me, I look at them, they're like, please, nothing else happen. Please, nothing else happen. Just let me out of here. But it was an absolute awesome place to go. Really good place. I would recommend it to anyone. Right. Anyway, back to what you have come to see. Back to the live stream. Well, then it doesn't look like we've got many people on, which is a bit of a shame, to be fair, because we had some good plans for the podcast. But if the people just aren't turning up onto them, then the reality of it is, you know, it's not going to be as good as what we actually wanted it to be. We wanted it to be a case of everyone could come on and talk. The LPL Serve family could come on and share their stories. But in reality, it doesn't seem that we're getting that. Maybe you could let us know in the comment section what the best day is for you to come on. I mean, we can't really work around like kind of other people's dates, but we can have a look at with diary and see if we can schedule them for a better time. But it's 6:30 in the United Kingdom. And we don't have many people coming on, to be fair. So thank you to everyone who's actually come on, because it's much appreciated that you've shown up and you've had some fun. I know a lot of you are from different parts of the world, so you can't actually be here. Don't worry about it. But it's just one of those things where really, like, this should and has the potential to take off if we've got the right amount of people coming on. And I asked my friends to come out and they never did. So I messaged them and they family came running from the other side of the house. Still do not know why they were playing hide and seek at 3 a.m. Yes, that's not a very, very good. That's not a very good thing to be playing hide and seek at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, Whitney, 100%. Yes, it's one of those things where, unfortunately, right, like, we've got the tools, we've got the equipment, we've got everything that we need now. But unfortunately, if we just don't get numbers coming on the live streams, well, we've done it before where we just stop doing them and I just make videos, and it really is like easier. I mean, to be fair, we got StreamYard for doing the development circle, so everyone could come on and talk. So we've not wasted no money in getting StreamYard. It's actually really, really good. I enjoy it, but it would be a lot better if we did have some better numbers. Because we could do a lot more things. We could have people coming on and sharing. Like, I have been contacting people that have had like near-death experiences, but then when you're listening to some of them, and it's like a little bit, yeah, I'm not too sure if I want to entertain that idea, to be fair. I don't mind people coming on and sharing their stories, but when they just get a little bit too far out there and a little bit too, it's not really something I really want to be putting out as part of a message, to be quite fair. We want to try and keep things undiluted. We want to keep things unique, organic. So I think we do have to have some sort of quality control when we're getting people coming on and speaking from our platform. Right, where was the next place that we've done a paranormal investigation? Oh, to every one of you, don't forget, we've just done the video with Matt Fraser. That was absolutely awesome. It's like a reaction video. Go and check that one out. I'm trying to think of where else we've been and done some paranormal. We've captured. Oh, I know where we captured some great evidence. Let's have a little look at when we went to the museum. We've done loads of paranormal videos, right? But there's several. Well, in fact, several. I think like pretty much all of them there's not one that I could say was a bad one. Every one of them we've learned something new or something different. The Can You Sense one, that was awesome. Where was the next best one? Oh, I'll show you the investigation at the Little Theatre in Gateshead. If you haven't seen all of these that I'm showing you, right, they're all literally from the playlist, the paranormal playlist. You can find them. It's not something that I'm just bringing to the channel, and they've been on for quite some time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share the screen. Stop screen, and then we're going to share screen, and I'm going to pick this one because there's some parts in this that are right screamers, like properly screamers. Where is this? So, right, this here is another paranormal investigation that we done, and this was at a place called the Little Theatre in Gateshead. How do I get that bigger? There we go. This is when we'll put a little bit more effort into the videos. You've got Jordan Cam there. You've got Bessie. You've got the big, massive. That was the old design of Morty. Morty is the mediumistic open relay for transient entities device, which are designed with spirit. But originally, it had like this old-fashioned case. I don't. Can you? Somebody let us know. Can you actually see my mouse cursor? Because if you can't, it's just so I know for in the future. Because a lot of the time when we're doing these sorts of videos, if I know you can't see what I'm pointing at, then I'll not point at it. I'm just having a little look at some of these different views as well while I'm here. There we go. We'll just keep me at the bottom down there. But yeah, so that there was the old design. Originally, what we were doing was we were using it to do the ITC sessions, but it looked really good. It was really cool because what we actually had was the camera was set up on it, and then you would just hear stuff coming out of it. It was good, but we just didn't have the space. We kind of outgrew it. Let's come over to some of the freakier parts in here. Oh, that's one of the freakiest parts. Big jump scare.
Different problems going on, you know, and
I bet you've never thought you would see this, but I'm going to be your ticket inspector here. Yep, I'm going to be checking.
to some, this may be the last time they might have seen a loved one in a performance. Or even if you want to go further back, you're talking World War II. For those of you who don't know, we have the lovely Dodd sisters. So if it wasn't for the Dodd sisters...
Yes. I forgot about that. What's really interesting here, right? We've got the Dodd sisters here. And naturally, we're very drawn to the history. We even went as far to read through all of it, because a lot of the time when we go to these different locations, we don't go them just to prove of the evidence of the afterlife, because that's easy. Like we can do that anyway. But the reason why we go there, we like to tell the story. We like to learn a bit about the location and some of the people who've been intertwined with it. I think it gives it a new layer of paranormal activity when you actually do genuinely want to learn about the building and you've got a passion towards telling its story. And you can see that the attire and the dresses and the clothing that they wore were very unique. You know, they were very elegant in the way that they dressed. And when we were walking through, we see a picture. I believe it was of Ruth, if I'm correct. Funny that Ruth's at the beginning as well, isn't it? Ruth, Hope, and Sylvia. And one of the we were walking up these stairs and we had a paranormal investigator, David Delos, who had come along, a very good friend of ours. He's very, very good at what he does, very connected to spirit, very good at technology. And he had took a photograph. And at the bottom of the stairs, you can actually find like the silhouette of Ruth. It's weird. It's awesome. I don't know if it's in here. It should be in here. I don't know what part it's in here though. And if I can't find it, then I might have to put it up on a later date. Love the paranormal videos. 2 questions. What makes you scared, Jumpy, when you know aren't going to be harmed? It's the humanistic response. It's not because I think any harm's going to come to us. The reason why I jump is because I'm just still a human being. Each and every person on this planet, it doesn't matter how good of an understanding you have, it doesn't matter how strong you are, how capable you are, we all have intuitive impulses. We all still have these urges within the fight or flight mechanism. So, for example, if you have an exceptional understanding of the spirit world, but you go into a dark room and there's no light at all, you're still going to generate fear. You as a person are still going to be jumpy. Even though you know that there's nothing in there that's going to harm you, because you are in a dark room, because you are in that sort of a situation, you're still going to go in a heightened state of alertness. That's why a lot of the time you'll see me on the paranormal investigations. I'm not scared of spirit. I'm not scared of any harm going to come to us, but you will see me jump. You will still see me freak out. You will still see me act like a normal human being, because the understanding can only do so much. The understanding is what sets you apart. If you know you're not going to come into any harm, you're not going to be harmed. That doesn't mean to say you're not going to get jumpy. You're not still going to, freak out a bit. If I see a spider, I'd run a mile. So I hope that answers your question. I hope that clears it up for you. But it's natural and it's normal It's not about being harmed by the spirit world. Like, people don't naturally jump because they think they're going to be harmed. It's just a natural instinct. When something happens out of your control, your body's naturally going to react to it. You're going to go into a state of fight or flight. Normally, when that happens, if you've got a good understanding, you can kind of control it, which in my videos is what you'll see is do. I might get a jump, I might get scared, I might get panicky. However, I then contain myself. I remind myself that you don't need to protect from the spirit world of the realms. You have to protect from poor understands, bad teachings, like I did in the last video. And then I kind of remind myself where I am, why I'm doing what I am doing, and then it's all right. If you don't have that, though, is like a foundation to your development or to you as a person, the second that you have fight or flight kicking in, you're going to run. You'll see other paranormal investigators who run out of buildings, who do all of these things. And if they had a good understanding, they wouldn't be running out of the building. They would realize that fight or flight is kicked in. They would calm themselves down. They would appease themselves. They would self-soothe themselves, known by the understanding they have that they're not going to commit any harm. And then they would retackle it. So I hope that helped.
Hope in Sylvia, this building wouldn't have been constructed. And what you've got to remember is, to each and every one of you, predominantly in these times, it was a very male-orientated world. I mean, you know, let's be completely honest. Sometimes people can say it still is. So for these individuals to have went against the grain and to create this building, this magnificent building.
It is a magnificent building. I'm just a little bit knocked that we didn't get the opportunity to go back to it. We've messaged and we haven't been allowed to go back. So I don't understand why that happened. But
I mean, mass respect to them. So we'll be giving them a lovely shout out at the end.
Are you ready to see his?
Has anyone wanted to work in a ticket office? This is what it's like.
This is so
cringe. Oh, Cara, do you want to show people what I look like working at a ticket office?
Yeah, sure.
Cara's like, oh my God, grow up, son. What
you can get the camera there. You get the camera there. If it suits his mind, if it suits us, you've got to smash the like button. Tickets, please. Tickets. Yeah, I could get used to this. But anyway, let's get back to the video.
Cringe alert, cringe alert.
So yeah, right. So you can feel,
mad things. So let us just fast track it, right? So you're not having to watch the entire thing. First of all, right, there was this weird shadow captured on the staircase. What you need to pay attention to here is when Cara turns around this corner, I'm following, run and gun style. I'm following with the camera over Cara's shoulder. And what you want to do is just pay attention to the very, very far 11 o'clock side of the next room. And what you're going to see is what is referred to as a shadow person. We capture them all the time. There's like literally on every investigation, we always capture shadows. It's absolutely awesome. And it's not our shadows, before anyone says in the comments. Right, watch this.
Displaying.
Watch over. So now can you see where on the left-hand side, you've got the railing, and then you've also got some like coats and stuff hanging up at the far distance. What you want to do is bring your attention to that area and watch.
You've got GDPR for those.
Did you see that black cloak and mask just moving from the side to side? Watch, we'll come back again. It is, I don't know if I slowed it down.
With what information we are displaying. Obviously.
There we go. So if you get ready to watch here.
You've got GDPR for the.
Did you see the cloaked mask moving from right to left? There you go. Oh, some boy. Watch the black shadow near the court. This is a very unique and compelling piece of paranormal evidence. Here you see, during daytime hours, a black cloaked mass moving in between the staircase and the very back wall. And I mean, we just captured it, mind. Like, it was like literally the back end of it. And if you look, there's nothing that could have caused that. There's no sort of, the camera wasn't obscure. It was literally, you just catch the black end of the mass.
For you who don't know data protection, we don't want to be posting anything we shouldn't. Now, this is a beautiful picture of one of the ladies who we mentioned downstairs, Ruth. I believe it's Ruth. I mean, do correct us if I'm wrong. But beautiful photograph. Well, it's not a photograph, it's a painting. I wonder if it's an oil painting or it's an actual.
over FM.
The equipment that we're using at this moment in time, right, you are going to see a lot of lens flares. You're going to see a lot of orbs. If I remember correctly, when we recorded this, the equipment that we had, it wasn't the best of equipment. It was like at the very, very beginning. I think, if I'm completely honest, I think we were using bobble-off cameras. Well, we would have been, because we're in infrared. It's not true infrared. It's not true nighttime. However, what you'll see here is you are going to see lots of bits of dust flying around.
Let's just see if we can get some better results.
However, there is one or two of them that move intelligently and react to when we are seeing something. For example, they go to a specific piece of equipment and then they come away.
Oh, I've switched on the light, but how do I see what I'm doing?
I'm going to
Have you
fast...
experienced flow where they've maybe saved their energy? Experienced flow where they've maybe saved
We've got
their
all of our
energy,
equipment. I'm
which is
sorry,
sort of
the quality of it isn't the best. Like,
So, to be
we had like a laugh coming through there of like a child.
honest with you, no, it's
Did you hear Jordan? Did you just hear that there? Watch, we'll go back. Listen to the spirit world shout me name, watch.
so. To be honest with you, no, it's
Did you see Jordan? That's kind of cool. I forgot that happened.
one of those things where you can't predict what's going to happen.
Yeah.
However, genuinely, like normally, our investigations are always intense anyway. Can you tell us how many people are here?
Did you hear Benton? Which is kind of cool, because you could literally hear, I mean, that's a unique name, isn't it? Benton. And you could hear every letter, every piece of that being spoken in those moments.
So that was a
It actually gets really active at this point, so I'm going to just let it play.
clear number there, okay? Intelligence, you just ask how many people are here. What's my name?
Bear in mind, they've already shouted me name. I'm like, what's my name?
I'm not speaking to you till you tell us my name. Right, see, it's a bit different then.
Did you hear them there? I said, what's my name? And then I go, Demon. Did you hear that voice? Oh, that was class, wasn't it? Listen to the deep roughness of this voice. Listen. I'm saying, what's my name? What's my name? Waiting for a response. Listen to this.
Right, see, it's a bit different then.
Demon. Then you hear right there, you hear audibly coming through the equipment right there. And at that exact precise moment, one of the devices that we have, REM pod, in the corner of the room, activated.
Right there. Well done. I don't know if this is right.
Now, if that's not paranormal evidence, when you can see that there's no one there, I mean, it's pretty hard for you to believe in the paranormal, because if you, like, that there is just one-to-one paranormal activity happening in real time. You literally audibly hear right there, there's no one stood there in that. Basically, the REM pod is going to detect disturbances within the electromagnetic field. That's what is going to activate it. So the only way that could have been activated there was from a static charge around it, manipulating it. Therefore, what's it next to? It's next to Ella. Ella's the doll that works with the realms, what you call demons. And it's crazy when you think about it, right? We just had Demon coming through before, didn't we? We had Demon coming through, and I said, what's the name? You've got the little doll saying right there, and then it's going off. were the spirit world saying that that's the demon? Because we know that doll works with the realms. We know that. That's why I got kicked out and barred from the Newcastle Cathedral, because I took it in, I put it on the altar, and then the skies went dark. We captured it on footage, and it just went crazy in there. So, in hindsight, looking at this back, was this validation and confirmation to us that this is the demon? Right there, demon. You get what I'm saying? Pretty interesting.
You're asking for intelligent communication. Can you do that again, please? That's awesome.
Because of the audio quality in that, right? Well, I'm not gonna make you watch it all, right? It's not fair, that, because I know the audio's not the best.
Use everyone's energy.
What happens, yeah, it's very hard to make out anything. Hi, Jordan. I have 2 questions. Yeah, I've answered them questions. I don't know if this is like got a delay on or something. Can you do an educational video about the realms? We do have videos on the realms. However, there's probably, I believe there's an explanation video on what they are. The deep dives are in the development circle, and they're not really out there for the normal public. The reason being is it causes fear, it causes confusion to people who don't already understand how the spirit world works. So I've got to be very careful with where I put information. I don't want to cause more fear. I don't want to cause panic. I don't want to cause people to have more difficulties than what it's already going to be. But we do have full deep dives on the members section. In the development circle, we're going to be introducing people to working alongside of the realms, and we're going to have full breakdowns on that. But unfortunately, we don't have, for any of the members of the public who are wanting information on it, it's not information that I put out willy-nilly. It's something that you've really got to, I say this all the time to people, you need to learn how to work with the spirit world first, and then it's an easier transition, because you've built up a core foundation, you've built up an understanding which is going to work with you when you're working with the realms. Sorry, everyone. What I'm going to do is now, right, is this the part here where... Is this the part... Ah, right. Yeah. So what you're going to see now is, again, we have the same name. Earlier, we had the name of Benton coming through the equipment. But what I want you to do now is pay close attention to the very back of the room. You'll see that there's like what seems to be a window in the very far distance. Hopefully you can see what I'm circling here. And I want you to pay close attention to that, because at that moment, everyone was present and stood on that stage. There was no one else in the building. And when you watch this, you're going to say, that's not even human. It isn't. It's literally the equipment's going crazy. And then you see like this, the only way to describe it, it looks like this cloaked mass moving from left to the right, which we had already caught earlier in the day. Remember when I said we went up the stairs and it just looked like we had just caught it off to the side? Well, I believe that this was the same energy, but it was following, like we're around. It was watching what we do from a safe distance. And what you're going to see is if you look at the very end of the room, you're going to hear lots of noise. You're going to hear like the equipment going off. But watch this. The best thing to do as well is pay close attention to the easiest way to be able to notice this, right? Is we're paying close attention to the actual light itself. Something is going to come in front of it that's transient, which is transparent, and partially block it out and move. It's proper crackers, like really crazy. You see that? Did you just see that there? Bear in mind what you call. I know. I don't think I actually slowed that down, because at the time I didn't know that had happened. What we'll do is we'll go back. Watch the back.
I got you.
There's no one there. There's no one around that. Keep watching that very middle light source. Watch how it gets warm. see that there? You see how like a shadowed like literally broke. You see how it looks there now, right? That's the way it should always look, because the light source itself is it's there. There's nothing to break it. Even if we moved around on that stage and we went to the left, to the right, it's still always going to be there. We can prove that by looking at the footage. It's always there. However, in this specific moment, it's not. What?
How do you like all this device?
Watch the orbs.
And there's that name again, Benton. How crazy is that? And then we'll obviously continue to do loads of different stuff. We done table tipping. I don't know how it went in here. I really can't remember.
So all you're going to do is just gently, just everyone put your fingers on the...
For those of you who don't know, what we're doing here is called table tipping. It's a form of divination. What's basically effectively going to happen is you're going to put your hands on top of the table, and that table is then going to start moving. The next footage I show you, you're going to see it working really good. I genuinely can't remember what happened.
The table there.
Yeah.
Just observing us.
See it rocking.
Yeah, it's
Have you had people here doing spirit boxes before?
Talking to a female.
Come on, again, one last time. Use all the energy.
So
Make everyone go,
something.
wow.
still there.
The light seems to build.
Yeah, I don't recall what actually happened. If I remember correctly, it did move, but it wasn't anything to blow your minds.
Just to move a table to this size with all these people.
Oh, there you go. You see it moving?
See it?
Now, everyone's hands, to put it in perspective, everyone's hands are on top of the table there. So therefore, you haven't got people's feet or hands under the table making it rock. But you can see visually that
Well done.
Oh, there.
Well done. That's awesome. Use all that energy. You can go better than...
You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If one of those people were doing that, everyone else would know, right? So that tells me either every one of us were in on that spinning, or the table spun on its own. And it spun on its own. Like, I can guarantee you 100% you're going to see from the next video how effective it is. It's class. I love table tennis.
That. Better than that. Come on, one last time. Little bit faster.
Can you lift up the floor? Awesome.
It's doing
awesome.
actually
Oh,
good
hey,
there.
that's awesome.
That's what
Can you go a little bit faster? No, we'll stop there. Thanks so
Sometimes you'll see I'm a little bit pushy. I want more, I want more, I want more, I want more. But that was absolutely awesome, that, right? Table tipping, I would definitely try it. To any one of you who are wanting to experience the paranormal, you're wanting to experience what the paranormal world can do, table tipping's got to be one of those go-tos. It's better if you've got a few of you, though. Really, you don't want just one person. Whilst they can use one person's energy, because effectively you're using the spirit world's energy anyway to be able to move the table. But it's a lot better when you've got a multiple people, because then you know in your own mind that it's not being made up. There's multiple people there who've seen it and witnessed it. When I was 4, I had a doll move on its own. I told my mum it was my imaginary friend, but she threw all my dolls away after that. I'm not surprised. That's terrifying. Little baby Chucky's running around in that. I love, to be fair, I love Ella. So Ella's the doll that you've seen in this video. And I've always said, I'll see if I can find her. I've always said to Cara, like, if we could get her. Oh, hang on. Right. Remember earlier how I mentioned about the Dodd sisters, and I said that paranormal investigator David Delos had captured some like absolutely groundbreaking paranormal evidence. Like, seriously, it was exceptional what he captured. He had an infrared, I think it was a Nikon camera, which had been adapted into seeing into the, it wasn't the infrared spectrum, it was the ultraviolet spectrum. So it was capturing some really good, high quality images. Well, the image that you're now looking at, sorry, you're not looking at it.
the image that you're now looking at, if you look on the left-hand side, right, and if you look at the dress that's in front of you, I don't know what it was technically called back in those times. But if you notice, it's got this very unique, it's got like a draped sort of, on the center part of it, it's like draped down, like curtains. I mean, it's probably not curtains, but you get what I'm saying. It comes down. I don't know what you would call that. But it's very unique. And if you look at the picture on the left-hand side, it's very authentic to that. It looks like that, doesn't it? Hold that thought. Look at what on the staircase next to that photo David captured.
That is just quality.
The images you of. How freaky is that? Now, there's certain times within paranormal investigating where you capture something and you're like, yeah, it's cool, it's cool. But then there's other times when you're like, what the hell? And this is a what the hell moment. If you look at the picture that we've just been viewing, were captured by paranormal investigator Dave Dello. As you can see from the apparition that has formed, this is not a light enough. So these photos were taken in consecutive concession with one another. So he would take a photo and then he would take another photo and another photo. It wasn't there in one photo, normally, nor is this any sort of lens flare. You can clearly see here that in one photo, it wasn't there. In one photo, it's there. In terms of lens flare, light pollution, anomalies, what really gets me is effectively, you see like the head. It's like a tiny little head that's morphed in between that dress, almost like the spirit hadn't fully manifested. It was like going through it, as if to say, like, what he's doing on the staircase, looking at my dress. You get what I'm saying? You just see like this little partition where the head would be, and you see them sort of unique robes coming down on either side. I just thought it was absolutely amazing. The apparition has begun to form. However, now rewind. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. You see how it's very uniquely comes down at the side. You can't tell me that that doesn't look like that. Like it's uncanny how much it resembles that photograph. It's almost like having the photograph put there. You get what I'm saying? And you will see the dress which we have just been mentioning. Do you think that this could be Hope giving and sending her blessing from the spirit world? Let us know in the comments.
Very elegant dress there, if I don't say so myself.
I mean, I'm glad that I was nice about the dress, or I might have got bloody pushed down the stairs or something.
Hope's outfit. The skirt were originally owned by Miss Hope Dodds.
Which isn't that crazy, right? Like what you have just seen was owned and worn by Hope Dodds. And at the beginning of it, we were drawn to Hope. We were drawn to that board. We read out all of the names. We were very respectful. We had this sort of a connection for the entirety of the time. And it's just so funny that that's...
So another one of the individuals who we will be trying to communicate with tonight.
At the time of seeing that, I didn't realise how much we had already been communicating, to be fair. We captured loads of evidence. Let's fast forward to... Right, well, we've seen most of the stuff on that one. Let's come over to the comment section and see how everyone's getting on. I hope you have enjoyed this. It's been a little bit different, hasn't it? It's been like a trip down memory lane for me. I've really enjoyed this. Like a kid in a candy shop. Just this summer, me and my mum went to a haunted hotel, and I told my mum we were going to get a haunted room or floor, and we got the most haunted floor, and our room was facing all Al Capone's room. Oh, wow. That's absolutely awesome. I'll tell you a story about how, like, here in the United Kingdom, you get a lot of venues who prey upon the word haunted. And I went and rented this place. Where was it called, man? I've even blocked it out in my memory. It was that bad. Where was it? It was I think it was like in Blythe or something. Well, anyway, right. It was meant to be one of the Schooner Hotel. Oh, yes. It was meant to be one of the most haunted hotels. It was meant to be this. The only thing that was haunted about it was the actual price I paid and the PTSD I got from looking at the room. It was disgusting. Like, honestly, how people could believe that the place was haunted was beyond me. I walked in, and I know you don't go to an old building and expect it to be clean, but what you don't want to do is you don't expect to go there and to find hair. You don't expect to go there and find like used cigarettes under the beds and that. And I was just like, oh, this is grim. I was straight out of there. I've been to some grim places, but when you go into a functional hotel, you know, you don't want it to look. That doesn't make it look spooky. That just makes it look untidy and messy. And so, yeah, I don't know why I'm ranting about that. That was another little thing. Let's come over and see what investigation we're going to look at now. What was the next one that we done? Oh, the orphanage was quite a fun one. This was awesome. The Havelock Towers orphanage. I can't remember though what actually, like, what it was that happened there. What I'm going to do is, yeah. So what we'll do is we're going to one. No, it's the wrong one. Share screen. Havelock Towers. Share. Hey, this is so easy to be able to use. It's absolutely class. There we go. How easy is that? Right, so this is a place called Havelock Towers in Sunderland. I'll give you the intro rather than telling you.
Havelock Towers, a building with a chilling multi-layered past. Built during the unrest of 1884, its very walls have witnessed innocent orphans cruelly punished by merciless caretakers, a procession of wounded soldiers drawing their final breaths, and patients resigned to their inevitable fate. But its darkest stories are not recorded in history's books. They linger in the shadows. Doors slam without cause, unearthly screams echo through the halls, and dark, shadowy figures are said to watch in silence. Visitors report unseen hands restraining them, sudden, violent pushes, and the terrifying grip of invisible fingers tightening around their throats. This isn't just a building, this is Havelock Towers, where the past refuses to rest. And once again, my friends, we have been summoned by the spirit world in the realms, so once again they can have their voices heard and their stories shared. Welcome to Soul Seekers. My name.
So as you've just seen there, this is the location where we are going to be. Yeah, that was just a disclaimer I had to start giving at the beginning of all of the different episodes. So what happened was when we first went here, we were taken around by Vince. Vince, lovely lad, knows his stuff about the location. He gave her like a walk and talk.
Wow.
Before Vince had even mentioned, immediately my attention was brought to Alice. Alice was effectively like the head mate, like a head matron, like somebody who's like in full charge of running the day-to-day operations. Now, as you've just heard from the intro story, like this place was saturated in sadness. It had seen a lot of death. It had seen a lot of helplessness. Then when you put somebody in charge who's looking after children, and she rolls the place with an iron fist, you're going to have more layers of mystery added into the place. That being said, immediately Alice came to my attention because I always remember Vince had said to us, so do you pick up anything in here? And I said straight away, I says, Alice. And he was like, oh, Alice, you will know who Alice is. I was like, yeah, well, so Alice is the female, and I know that is upstairs children. And he was like, oh, well, that's where they used to like lock the most notorious children. So I knew straight away there was some sort of a dynamic going on within that building where we had some like a powerhouse of energy. And we also had like remnants of history where the children were and the emotions were and all of these different things. And it was quite in terms of an investigation, it was absolutely unreal. Like some of the evidence that we captured, some of the footage that we gained, there was a lot of parts in it where, like you're about to see here, this is what we call an EMF meter. It'll only spike when there's paranormal activity or you have like a disturbance with an electromagnetic field, which we know that the spirit world, when they manifest, they can disrupt that. this device would show it.
Okay, I'm not feeling anything. You can use my body. You can do whatever you like. Not getting anything. I'll be coming back up here though. Yeah, I'll come back up here.
So that there's
Okay.
like a
As I said, numerous locks over the years, and also scratches underneath the paintwork.
So what Vince is showing here, this is one of the, I believe this was Alice's room. And what used to happen is that what the common belief is on site is that this room was effectively like a prison for the children, if that makes sense. They would lock the children in there, and that's why there's scratches on the door where children have wanted out. I've got to be open and honest though, right? Like I had nothing but, to be fair though, right? I'm a bit of a, everywhere I go, I go there with a completely different, I don't care about the places, like what people tell you. I like to go and feel it for myself. And I've been to some of the most scariest places and been made to feel welcome from spirit. Even some of these energies and spirits that people are like afraid of, and oh, you shouldn't do this, or you shouldn't speak to this spirit, or this one's a nasty one. I've felt nothing but love from them. So it does make you wonder sometimes how much a story can elaborate a feeling, make you sense something before you go into a venue.
Kids will have been scratching at the door.
Actual evidence of fingernails, children's fingernails etched into the very door that would have come.
And you can imagine what must have been going through. If that's the case, and we are right in what we're saying, right, and this was, can you imagine that fear, that oppression, that anguish, the suffering, the neglect, the mental and emotional abuse, the needing to get out of that door, no light in there. And then you've obviously got somebody who's keeping you in there. Again, I'm not fully going to go into whether I believe that was the case or not, because that's the law of the building. I'll just let people believe. But there is one thing that I do know. Alice was 100% dominant there. There was also some, like, the way to put it, there was like energies that were kind of assigned to work alongside of Alice, if that makes sense. And then also there was the children's energy that you could sense there. There's no question about that.
Be let out,
Crying,
screaming.
screaming. You can only imagine, especially if some of these children were vulnerable to start with in the head, they had.
And what I've just mentioned there is one of the reasons why they would go to this place. It was effectively like a drop-off point where if parents didn't want to look after the children, there wasn't any sort of a system where they would be looked after. They would just come and drop them off here. So you can imagine there would have been vulnerable children. There would have been children who were uncontrollable due to medical conditions. And at the time, it wasn't really documented how to be able to treat that. Did you just hear hello there? That there was a voice that said hello. How crazy is that?
Hello, I'm just hearing you.
And you hear me reacting to that, saying hello, because I was like, I heard it clear as day.
Can you come back through and speak? Thank
There's
you.
one thing I'll say about this stage, and it's happened at the Little Theatre in Gateshead also. There's something about stages that, especially when you know how to work alongside a spirit and you wear the energy of the spirit world, there's something about being backstage and on stage that really like pricks that inner dilemma within you where you're scared. And I felt that massively here. I don't know whether it was a case of I was scared to go on stage and it was anxiety, or if I was scared because I was on stage and everyone was looking at us. So obviously that's the anxiety part, but I don't know if it was like a medical terms where everyone was looking around us and operating on us, or you get what I'm saying? There was just so many different feelings, emotions going through, but it was a very active location.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to roll some cat balls on.
But there is a certain energy in here. And I mean, what
This part was actually taken. I know the quality looks a little bit worse, right? But that's because it was taken from a YouTube live. I had come up with the idea of live streaming it and also recording it, which is a very bad idea. I've now learned that you'll do one or the other. It's too distracting for you to be able to do both. Like personally, I can't do it. I can't multitask. But I've just went into this toilet area and I had sensed an energy. So what I do is we're going to get the EMF meter out now and we're going to try and document the change.
So, I mean, we could take some recordings, EVPs, electronic voice phenomenon. Or what we could do, which is probably what we should do, is let's test this location for the electromagnetic field. Let's see.
So what I'm seeing there is we're going to get a baseline. You're effectively checking to what the standard baseline is, and then when there's a difference or a fluctuation.
Can you come to this device, please?
These devices, when you first switch them on, they will spike. That what you've just seen there, that wasn't paranormal. That was the device going through its function.
With me. Wow, we've just got an 8 milligram spike. 0.9.
Look how it's going up and up and up. I know it's back
to
the front.
Back to the device?
It's back the front for you for some reason.
Sorry, everyone. I think it's in reverse for you. I don't know how I'm going to do that.
Yeah, Jordan, that's not going to work.
Whoa, what's 1.0?
That shouldn't be doing anything. It should just be the baseline. But as I am documenting paranormal activity, we're having this equipment in my hand that's also reacting to the disturbances, reacting to whatever's happening around us in those very moments.
That's awesome. Thank you. Now, this should be at a baseline. This baseline, 1.1 milligrams, 1.1.
It went to 3.5 or something there. Did you see it going off the chart there?
Awesome, thank you.
And this all started because when I went in there, I went into the toilets and you could hear like a banging, you could hear a tapping. So obviously I thought, well, we'll have a little check of what's in here.
See how it's now stopped? Can you come back, please? Come back towards me. I want you to use all my energy and show the YouTube community what you are capable of. Kick a door, throw something in this room. I'm not scared. I am here to work with you. Let's work together.
Yeah, I never claimed to be normal.
Watch. Can you come to this device? 0.7.
0.7 from 0.2. Crackers.
7.7. No,
2?
I'm not happy with that. I want more. I want you to come. Again, we've just had the bang. Let's go further in. Let's go further in, ladies and gentlemen.
There was a weird energy in them toilets, mine.
0.8. We've had documented reports of these. 2 seconds, everyone.
What a funny old
These
image that
things
was.
well, they need to be to be used. Thank you. You're getting good at this now, aren't you?
Did you see that there?
1.1.
Did you see that there? As I said, you're getting good at
Oh
it.
my God. Thank you so much for working with us. I love your building. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come back and I'm going to do an Ouija board session with you later. And
I never got the chance to.
Both of us.
I never got the chance to be fair.
You could show us what you look like in this mirror when we use red light. Would you like to do that?
Let's see what happens here. So we've got the cat balls down. Cat balls are inexpensive.
What I'm going to do?
Basically going to be triggered by any sort of motion.
We're going to ask the energy. If you could please come forward. And if you could activate these cat balls, please. We had some great fun earlier. I know that you can do this for fun.
What we're hoping to see here is one of them
Can you move
activates.
one of the
I genuinely
balls?
can't remember if they do or
what will
not.
happen is, or can you even slam the door?
That would be terrifying, that like.
I'd much appreciate it if you could close the door. Make a loud bang. What I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to get a REM pod. So I can put a REM pod down as well.
Nothing must happen. I don't think anything happens.
It's not a problem.
I mean, I mean, something's obviously happening there.
Actual camera itself.
Oh, there, we're getting some sort of activities going off, but it's not. That's the reality of doing paranormal investigating, right? I think a lot of the time people think it's just instant. You're going to get information. You're going to get evidence. The reality of it is sometimes you're going to and sometimes you're not. It's really that simple. Sometimes you'll get what you want. Sometimes you won't get what you want. Just look at the draw, really. Where's the? I'm sure I do channeling here, and it's proper freaky as hell. Like I remember, like this child like taking over my body. It was so strange. Like, see if I can find it.
Initial walk round. Again, though, there's just been that many different walk round with Vince, which is what anything on in that room.
So I'm coming upstairs now.
Going to get.
And this is where I had detected immediately that there was the children.
It's almost like first come here, you know.
Oh, I could have sworn I'd done channel
respect.
energy here.
When I first come here, I've got a new love for this location. You know, the energies.
Yeah, so that was the Havelock Towers in Sunderland. Great little place to go if any of you are wanting to go and do a paranormal investigation. Well, let's go over to the comment section. I saw a shadow and I asked hotel staff and they said that they can't talk about the hauntings. They don't really advertise the hauntings. We were staying for the history, really. That's awesome, that, like. That's when you know, like, a place is genuinely having activity when people are being told not to speak about it. Because most places, they'll have like a little bit of activity and they'll be like, oh yeah, put it in social media, tell everyone, tell the world, look, I caught the door closing. That's the sort of venues you stay away from because they're more like clinging to any little bit of hope of a new profit revenue stream. Places that are like, listen, it's probably best we don't tell anyone about this. Them are the places you want to go because that's where you're going to have the best interactions alongside of the spirit world, in my personal opinion anyway. Hey, I hope you're doing good. Sorry, everyone. When I was watching the video, I didn't. My mum was mad at me because for some reason I bring paranormal activity with me. I mean, I'm not scared. I think it's funny that my mum flips out. I think it's not a case of bringing paranormal activity with you. I think if you've got a good understanding, you're going to be able to connect to it. I think the idea that we bring paranormal activity with you, it's kind of a wrong way of looking at it. Your connection to the spirit world is effectively going to be able to welcome and embrace paranormal activity. It's like I'll say to a lot of people, it doesn't matter where I am, I can make somewhere haunted. And that's not because I bring it with me. It's effectively because I know how to get it out of the spirit world in that moment due to connection, if you get what I mean. Right, well, everyone, it's been absolutely crazy. It's been mental, hasn't it? We've had like a proper little look. Is there any that I've missed? Oh, where's Nelson Lansing Air Museum? It's one of my favouriteest places for me and Cara to go. We are going to be going back there at some point. It's been a nightmare trying to logistically get there. Where is it? Where the hell are you? Oh, you know what I told you is that the spirit world had locked us out. Look, I'm going to show you the footage. I'll show you. Oh, hang on. I need to click on it first. So for those of you who are wondering what happens when the spirit world refuses to let you into a door, this is what it looks like. So you've got a picture of the scene. It's late. We're doing a paranormal investigation. We're on the walk around. We've never been to the venue before. We don't know the layout of the grounds. And watch and observe.
What do you feel? What do you sense? Use your extrasensory perceptions.
Like I did in those moments. Hypocrite I am.
Whoa, I don't think we're meant to be in, yeah. They're not letting win, like. This is literally open, but
Listen to the camera, lady. Listen to the complete disgust in her voice.
it's open, but it's not. See? Oh. Right, everyone, pretend you just didn't see that. Pretend you didn't see that.
How funny is that? We'll watch that again because listen, our voice makes it even funnier. It's like, stop. No, like I didn't sign up to this.
What do you feel? What do you sense? Use your extrasensory perceptions and feel for the energy. Wow, has this been locked? Whoa, I don't think we're meant to be in here. Spirit, they're not letting we in, like. This is literally open, but it's open, but it's not. Do you? Oh. Right, everyone, pretend you just didn't see that. Pretend you didn't see that.
It's funny. You've got to laugh it. You've got to laugh. You've got to laugh or you'd cry, wouldn't you? Let's just see what why can't I find the very first, well, we've done loads of videos at Nelson Lansing Air Museum, but it seems I can't find them. So for some reason, get your comments in if you've got anything to ask, you know. I'm going to try and find where the videos have gone, because it's just as well I've went to show you them, because that's why no one can see them, because for some reason they're not there. Because it was a great investigation, absolutely amazing investigation at Nelson Lansing Air Museum. We've got some amazing gifts. We've got some amazing things from the spirit world. We've got tokens. I've got like a framed photograph from there as well. It was one of my very first paranormal actual gifts from the spirit world. It was like a coin, and etched into the coin, it had a specific spirit's face. It was absolutely surreal. I'm just looking, you know, and I can't see it. It will be here. It's got to be here. It's got to be here, man. It's got to be here. Oh, there it is. That should be in the playlist. Add to playlist. Bloody hell, it wasn't even in the playlist. Right, we'll add that to the playlist. So we'll watch that one. And then we're going to watch the next. I mean, we'll add that to playlist. Oh, that's already in the playlist. 2 seconds, everyone. Bear with us. Oh, there's a bear with us. Right, what else? What else have we got? Lots of meditations, meditations. I think that's it. No, I think there's one more. Sure, there should be one more. What you've all got planned for the weekend anyway? Do you have much planned, or are you got much that you are going to be doing? I'm completely lost. I've got loads of time to myself. I literally don't know what to do with myself. Or Whitby Abbey, is that actually? I don't even think they're not in a playlist. Right, now they're in a playlist. There's so many of these videos that have managed to migrate themselves out of the playlist and into no man's land. It's unreal. Just as well we're actually done this tonight, because otherwise no one would have ever seen these videos. And some of them are like proper screamers. You have seen from some of the ones so far, they've been quite funny. I probably won't do a live tomorrow, mate. To be quite fair, I've done quite a few. I'm trying to get myself into the habit of doing them. But there is paranormal research. I'm trying not also to do too much. The reality of it is, right, we've been on this live now in our 134 minutes. I could have normally made about 3 videos in that time, depending on the length of the video. So I've got to try and weigh it up in a way that's going to be like constructive to channel growth and also to the viewers. I would probably do a live stream every other night if I knew there was going to be people coming onto it. The reality of it is if you don't know how many people's coming on, because it's kind of a new concept on the channel,
it's going to take time to build up momentum. But we will do, when we start getting like quite a few people coming onto live streams, we will start doing them a lot more. I had to get Zoom anyway. Like I had to get Zoom because on the development circle where we're doing like the one-to-one tutoring and the classroom-based learning, I wanted everyone to be able to speak to each other. And I don't like the idea of people texting and talking to each other by typing. I like it to be face-to-face, or at least like spoken words to a reaction to be able to, because I just don't think it's right learning by just typing. It doesn't sit right with us. Right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to come over to the playlists again. We're going to take another look at, I'm going to show you Nelson Lansing Air Museum. It's absolutely amazing. We've got loads of class evidence there. Really is like. All these are the, I used to do these videos where I would visit locations. They didn't last very long, to be fair. Like, I don't think I had the camera equipment. I didn't have all of the things that I needed at the time. But it's something that we are going to start doing again, but maybe it's a little bit more professional. The last time we done it, it didn't really work out very well for her. Where is Nelson? Let's show you Nelson. Well, where is it? It should be there because I've literally just put it there. Soul Seekers. Oh, because I've put it in the paranormal, not in Soul Seek. Oh, what an idiot! I'm a proper idiot sometimes. Like, it should be in the. It's in the wrong thing. Every one of them. Select all. So where is it on here? It's come to the very end, and it should. Ah, go on. Why are they not showing? For some reason, oh, there it is, man. It's right in front of my face. Right, this is Nelson. And what we actually done this, it was quite unique. We went there and we took a German World War I helmet. Now, the owner of the helmet, right, has documented evidence of them reacting in their sleep, speaking German, which is, I know it sounds crazy and it sounds mad. That's what I thought until I seen the evidence, which is what spiked me curiosity to get this item and bring it in as like a trigger item into a location which is full of like military memorabilia. I wanted to see if I could stir up some sort of a reaction, see if I could, like, obviously with it being familiar and also being something that a lot of these soldiers would have been against, then bring it in and just see what happens. And a lot happened. A lot happened.
We've opened the portal to the other side. And it's big
Pay attention, right? What we heard was there, we heard like a lady speaking. I don't know what I come across like there, but you hear a lady speaking. And before any of this, we heard air raid sirens. It was like air raid sirens going off. And you see that in the footage, by the way. I'm not just saying it. You see it in the, you audibly hear in the footage, like, and it's like, whoa, that's amazing, that. And then all of a sudden, you hear like gunshots, like just imagine. Watch. Now that sound? Listen back. Now that you've just heard that sound of the machine guns shooting, listen to it again. Oh, I think I'd missed it. Oh, I've missed it again. Bloody hell, I'll put it back to the start. Sorry, everyone. But you have heard now. Listen.
It's like you're there. It's like you're actually audibly hearing it. Bear in mind, we're in an aircraft museum. Where you're in an aircraft museum where that sort of fire and that sort of animosity, that sort of aggression would have been shown and displayed. It would have been natural. Remember earlier how I mentioned table tipping and how table tipping's amazing and the table is going to basically effectively spin around? Well, what you're about to see now is table tipping. A lot of you'll be like, oh, come on, pull the other one, Jordan. You're all just running around in a circle. To those of you who are skeptical, I fully agree. You should be skeptical. You shouldn't just take my words and make it your reality. However, there's one thing that makes this video stand out to the rest of them. First of all, the speed in which the table's turning. And second of all, watch my hand. The table, right? You see a part where only my hand's on the table. And the table actually turns against my hand. Therefore, if I was trying to do it, I physically couldn't. I would be pushing in one way, and the table's going the opposite way. You should see it in this clip. As you can see, we're just having a whale of a time. It's so fun. Right, I'm the only one. If you look at everyone's hands where they are on the table there. Oh, it might not be this part, actually. The speed it goes, you know. Do you know what it's almost like? There, watch this part here. Watch this part where it's spinning. Yeah, look at my hands twist. So if you watch my hands, my actual hands physically twisted like that because it was going that quick. If I was the one pushing it in their moments, what you would have seen is my hands would have had to have gripped and spun. Remember as well, the hands are on top. They aren't actually applied to the wood. They're hovering above. Sometimes they're going to be touching it. It isn't a problem with your hands resting on top of the wood. But if we come back, you'll see it here. You'll see, if you pay close attention to where my hands are, and when it starts to spin, you see how my hands twisted? Look how quick it's going. That there is authentic table tipping. You can see every one of we're having the time of our life. There is no like trying to make it look scary. There's no look, we're trying to make it look like this. It's happening there and then those moments. And what you're seeing there is a group of people who are enjoying that moment. No fear associated to it. A lot of the time when you see like TV crews get involved and you see entertainment getting involved, that situation there would have been made to be scary because it's entertaining. That, you know, you would have probably seen the table getting thrown across the room when the camera's turned and that, you know what I mean? But that there is genuinely how much fun. You can see that every one of us are just giggling away. We're like kids. It's so rejuvenating when you're having fun with spirit. I can't remember if it goes again. Does it go again? My name is Jordan.
But there's been times where it's actually took off and it started spinning and it's been going that quick in those moments. Like, seriously, it's weird because gravity doesn't seem to apply in those moments. Whilst it does, and there's going to be loads of people who welcome science and all these things. I fully get that. You know, I understand the laws of the universe and how the world operates. But in the specific moment, it feels like the table's got no gravity. It like literally, there's been times where the table's levitated up and been pushed into you. And when you feel that energy pushing against you, it's not like you've got a human pushing it against you. It's like you've got 20 humans pushing it against you. It's so amazing to feel the power. It really is. This is that same where we do the ITC. I love the setup that me and Cara done here as well, right? Because one of the things we're keen on the Soul Seeker series, because that's what it is. The Soul Seeker series. What we try to do is we try to make it a little bit entertainment for like the walk rounds and stuff like that. And on this one, what we do is we actually walk through the full venue, and it's just I think it gives it like this nice added bit of like characteristics to what we're there to do.
Steeped in history.
Let's see what happens here.
Man, try again.
Do you hear the voices coming through? Like we'll get loads of noises coming through.
Right, come on, you've got 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
There are other people in the group there and may have been talking at the time, so I'm not saying all of it is, but when you see like text coming on, then you know it's something that we've potentially captured. Hold back. Think about the location we're at. Think about the things we've already heard. Think about the noises that we're capturing. Hold back is definitely 100% a military term. Hold back. Hold your ground. You know, it's crazy, some of the evidence, compelling evidence that were captured.
Don't do that to me equipment. I know you're trying.
So I say to them to not, basically what was happening is they were affecting the noise gate. They were allowing sounds to come through and then they were manipulating it, but then it was exploding out of me equipment and it just started happening when they were trying to use it. So I said, don't do that to me equipment. And a voice come through and said, we're not going to, or we're not gonna. It was quite weird, actually. Guten Tag. Now, I don't know about each and every one of you, and I'm certainly not a language expert, but Guten Tag, I think it might be German, I don't know, but it's I don't know. Why don't we just Google it before I make myself look stupid? What does Guten Tag mean? Because we're going to put that back on. Bear in mind, we've got a German World War I helmet there, right? Let's put that back on.
Full on German, that like, oh, I shouldn't listen to I'm going to edit that out. That's German, that like, and that was Guten Tag. I said that earlier on.
Something like that.
Oh, I've
Guten
just...
Tag.
Right. Listen to it again. See what use here.
I know, I think that is German.
Oh, it's good, dear.
I know.
I mean, I don't know what German is, but it didn't sound English.
It's quite useful.
Can you
And-
tell what language that was?
If you can hear the communication before you hear that, we're all saying we can hear German. We think we can hear German coming through. So let's just put it back a little bit further forward. This is considerably forward. I've went back about 2 minutes here. But for the build up to Guten Tag, which is we now know it's good day and it is German, then how mental and crazy is that? To hear that coming through the equipment in a location that is steeped with British history. We've taken that German helmet in there and the energy that is associated to it, the energy that has been working through it and affecting the owner in their sleep. They are British. They've never been to Germany. They've never learned German. But in their sleep, they sent me video documented evidence of them speaking full-on German. So is that and could that be the reason behind this helmet? 100%. And the fact that we're getting evidence from this is absolutely surreal. It's crackers. I completely forgot about this, to be honest. I don't even think Cara knows about this. 2 seconds. Let's see what Cara's doing. Let's see what Cara's doing. I'm going to give her a quick ring. See if she can jump on for this, right? Just going to quickly mute my microphone while I give her a ring. So unfortunately, Cara can't make it onto the live, right? But she does recall hearing German at the time. Whether it's been a case of it's been that long since I've listened to it, maybe I've just forgot. But why don't we, right? Listen to it from here.
I swear I'm trying to do most calls. I know.
Well, I heard
I'm actually going to put it from, and I want each and every one of you at home, I want each and every one of you, right? We're going to listen to this. We're going to listen to this full communication. Let us know in the comment section if you just want to listen to it, right? And what we'll do is together, we're going to go through it systematically and we're going to work together to see what we can hear coming through. Because I'm really interested in knowing what's being said here. I speak English, Spanish, French, and a little German. That's absolutely fascinating. You're going to come in really handy for some of our investigations, and aren't you? You're going to have to be a go-to person when it comes to all of the different languages being spoken. But I think that's what we should do. I think we should look at this rather than skipping over it and going to the interesting parts. Let's just see how much German and how much out of this we can actually make sense of. Because basically what happens is right, I'll do a video, I'll release the video, and I'll never look at it again. I'd never watch them again. It's one of those things, I don't like to listen to my own voice. So therefore, once the video is done, once it's out there for the world to see, it never gets the time of the day from myself. But I think if we take a look at this, I think we're going to find there's even more evidence of there being German spoken words. And especially that some of you know German, because I don't. Let's have a little look.
who we're speaking with.
Oh, wait, you know?
Can you tell us your name?
Brett Neven, is that German? I don't know. But we asked for a name and we got Brett Neven or Brett Leven or.
Well done. Thank you. Who we're speaking with?
Oh, wait, you know?
The difficult thing that you're going to have here is one of the things as we've went through paranormal investigations and along the way we've learned many different skills, we've learned many different ways to be able to gain evidence. What we didn't do in this, because we were so excited and there was a big group, everyone was talking, which is kind of a bad thing. We've learned from that. If there's a group of you and you're doing something like this, just try and get as much silence as possible, because it eliminates there being any noise pollution. It eliminates anyone speaking and you accidentally mistaking something.
Can you tell us your name?
Brett Neven. So I heard Brett Neven there, and I've got both my headphones in, so it would be interesting to know what yous have heard. But I definitely heard Brett Neven, which is, I would say that's an English name. It doesn't sound German.
Right, okay.
It'll sound better.
We're like in full detector mode here, aren't we?
That was awesome. You got
Did you hear Jordan there? Watch.
Right, okay.
We had Jordan.
It'll sound better on that because it'll pick up on the audio and things. That was awesome. You good at this, you?
Jordan. It was in the background, like.
Yeah, exactly that, yeah.
Because do you like the equipment?
Yeah, class. I swear I'm trying to do most calls. I know.
Well, I heard like a mad foghorn before.
Oh yeah, we heard like the foghorn. I wonder if we should put it back to that, because it was absolutely amazing. Like, we're going back to the beginning because it was absolutely amazing. Like, to be fair, and you'll be able to see it yourself.
What we're going to do now is we're going to do a spirit box session using a portal. For those of you who don't know, this is a spirit box. A spirit box is going to go into two guitar pedals. This is going to be a reverb pedal. And what that's going to do is the clean signal that comes through from the spirit box, it's going to make it a little bit slow, a little bit of echo on. Then
Remember, to every one of you at home who's watching this, bloody hell, we've nearly been on 2 hours. To every one of you who's watching it, listen carefully, right? Because I know the YouTube compression's going to, and StreamYard's compression's going to make it a little bit more difficult to hear. But there's a lot of spoken replies, intelligent replies that you'll capture.
it's coming through into a
Catch you in a bit, mate.
decimator 2 noise gate, which is going to take some of the unwanted noises out. Then it's going to go straight into an amplifier. So there's a quick insight into what a portal is. Do you know the item that we have?
So at this point, we haven't put the actual helmet on the table. Then we present it to the table.
For you watching at home, this is a German World War I helmet that you would have seen at the very beginning of this video. It was taken from a corpse, and it's going to be very interesting.
So the story is that the helmet was actually taken from a dying German soldier, and it was taken as a souvenir. Now, before anyone casts aspersions and says that's a horrible thing to do, these are in times of war. These are in times of where, you know, the normal things that you would naturally do in everyday life, people sometimes don't abide by. So we can't have any sort of malice towards the person that took it. We don't know the full background. What we do know is the person who's in possession of it now speaks clear German in their sleep, and they don't know German. So we have like a, and then we've got the evidence that we captured in here. So there is a lot of mystery around it. There's a lot of weird, bizarre occurrences around it.
See how it reacts with the energy in this building.
Also, it's worth knowing that annoying sound, unfortunately, the actual full system that we have for taking that noise out, we couldn't get it working at the time.
Do you know what I'm holding?
Did you hear I see you there? Did you just hear that? That was kind of cool. Let's come back. I see you. Did you? As I'm putting the table on the as I'm putting the helmet onto the table, I should say.
Do you know what I'm holding?
I know. Do you know what I'm holding? I know.
I know. Did you just hear? Did anyone else?
That was literally clear as day. Yeah, I know.
I know. Come on, then, you little rascal. Tell us what it is.
Let's do something.
What was that?
I don't know what sounded a bit doom. That was
That's it. Sounded weird, whatever it was. Can you say that again?
You're holding my lid. Listen. I mean, would lid be a term that they would have used, the Germans? I genuinely don't know, but listen. Look what I'm holding.
That's a late night.
You're holding my lid. I'm holding a helmet. So whether lid was a term, let's have a little look at what German slang was, not German slang, German slang was for helmet. So it doesn't say a note about lid. I would have thought lid sounded more British, to be fair, but I suppose in context, maybe it's just referring to the lid, the helmet. I genuinely don't know. I don't think there's anything to suggest that that was a German word that was spoken, but it was definitely lid. You're holding my lid, and I'm holding a helmet. Why did I say Guten Tag? I don't speak German. I genuinely don't even know what that means. I've just literally been looking it up. That's so strange that I would say that. As we put the helmet down, you see an orb flying towards the equipment.
This is fun, isn't it? I would like to know the name of the spirit who wore this hat.
Eisenhower.
Heisen. That's definitely German. That's 100% German. There's no ifs or buts. Heisen's got to be German.
Who wore this hat?
Eisenhower.
I
Did you
said
just hear that? Or was it just me?
Nation Frankfurt. Hang on, is Frankfurt not in Germany? Like, I'm almost certain Frankfurt is in Germany. Let me just check this out. Nation Frankfurt. So we've got Heisenhower, Nation, Frankfurt. Yeah, so Frankfurt is German. It is from German. Live Nation in Frankfurt, which is a major event, no office in Germany. So Frankfurt is definitely German, 100%. And we've just literally heard Heisenhower was the name and Frankfurt was the location. Nation, Frankfurt.
Did you just say Eisenhower? Where are you, Carol? Did you just get Eisenhower?
Nah, so in those moments, I thought I'd heard the name being spoken, but it was different. It said, I said.
You said it twice? Is that your name? Right, I need somebody to speak.
Clear as day, I need somebody to speak, and a female voice comes through saying, trying to. That's an intelligent response, ladies and gentlemen. That's a class A response. If you want a response in paranormal evidence, that's what you're looking for.
That's better. Can you tell us who this helmet belongs to? I want the name.
Matthew. So we heard the name Matthew coming through. I speak English. I got to get back. Guten Abend, Spirit Will in the chat. That is German. Yeah, 100%. It's definitely 100% German. But we've just had an English name coming through there, Matthew.
You said Matthew.
That was
Did you hear that weird laugh? Listen. Matthew.
That sounded like you just said Matthew.
that was
That was a strong Matthew.
was Matthew.
Then you hear Jordan.
Your name Matthew. I've got a fun game. Can the children come? Don't be scared. You like chickens, don't you?
So to give it a bit of context, what happened was we were doing some of our investigations, and we noticed that there was children energy with her in those moments. So what we done was we brought out an EMF meter, we placed it on the table, and then I used my phone. You'll see this in the footage. I used my phone, and I show, like, basically I get the EMF meter out, and I say to the children, I says, look, which chickens do you like? And I'm going through these pictures, and the EMF meter is not reacting to it at all. And I get to one, which is like the one that was like basically always on that part of the land. It was one that was native to the location, into the grounds, and it would have been, I think it was a brown one or something. I can't remember now for the life of us. But anyway, the EMF meter was going up and up and up and up and up, spiking and spiking. It was like, oh, so I was like, do you like these? And then I'd put a different one on and it wouldn't do anything. And when I put it back on, it did. So that was why I said that there. It wasn't because I was just having a weird one and thinking, it was like, there was a reason for it.
Can you remember the last time we were here and we showed loads of pictures of the chickens?
Yes, I can. Where are you? It's happened. Hi.
What am I holding in my hand?
If I remember correctly, right, the reason why we jumped there was because there wasn't really, we changed direction in terms of what we were trying to do. Instead of like kind of provoking a response, we then thought, right, well, what we'll do is we'll change our avenue. We'll just give Spirit the platform. We'll just let them do whatever they wanted to do. And I'm almost certain it's at this point where what we start to hear is like air raid sirens. It's, you know how at the beginning of this video you hear the and silence and we even show the footage of a plane that makes that exact same noise, and it's uncanny. Well, at this point, I'm almost certain it's like we're being teleported back in time to air raid sirens and stuff and foghorns going off. It's weird, like.
Is this a British helmet?
That would mean dead.
Thank you for the coin. I can hear you trying to come through. Helping, did you hear that? Yeah. Well done.
Full on communication, yeah, folks.
That's it. Keep talking, you're doing great.
I can all hear what you're saying.
Yes, of course you can.
So to be sure, using the device your friend has, what aircraft were you sat in a crash with? And you need the
Is that Morse code?
It does sound, to be fair to Cara, right? It does sound like some sort of Morse code or some sort of do 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 do, and then there's a silence. It could be the noise gate, the way that we've got it set up, the way it's. But I'm not going to take that away. It does sound like there is something going on with the equipment.
Come on, shout like you did before.
It's working. Just shouted, it's working. Which it's mad when you think about it, right? Because I forgot about this, completely forgot about it. And I wasn't even going to be like doing a sit and talk through these videos. But in reality, when you see the evidence that's being captured, it's crackers. It really is.
Nah, don't accept that. I know you can do better than that. Right, I'm going to turn all these down for you and then try again.
We are speaking. Help speak, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help them to speak.
Right, now try and speak. That's it. Come on, you have got it. Come on, use all the energy. I love this heart. What do you think about the heart? Come on.
I'm certain this is where it starts. I'm sure we'll start hearing foghorns and stuff. Yeah.
You want to use it? Yeah, we're getting something.
Listen,
Well done.
that was like the weirdest voice. Can't wake
I know
up.
you're trying. You're doing very well.
Stop the sort of balance though.
Horrendous.
Yeah, which is a point to note. When this is all starting to take place, every person that was there present in those moments was starting to be affected. It was like war on a ship. Like the energy was starting to cause its own like in a vacuum.
Taking the energy. You're all literally off balance.
We
I
can.
want you to shout, breathe, let everyone know what you're doing. Come on. Can you try now?
Family. Yeah, listen.
Wow, that's like a foghorn.
Did you hear it?
That's awesome.
So listen to this, right? And I've just got the chills there. with that, right? Listen to what we are being told when we hear that, right? You hear that weird horn, then you hear Spirit saying, from D-Day, and then you will see. So listen to it back. Watch this again. Listen. Family. Listen.
Wow, that's like a foghorn.
From D-Day,
That's awesome.
you will see. How amazing.
Can you do that again?
Like a sonar.
They're doing right now.
You're doing awesome.
I'm using what I want.
We're going to have to make this into its own video. 1610. That's amazing, that.
I know it's happening,
That's it. Harry, get for all the shout one of your names. So, look what I do for you.
What?
I'm telling everyone look what we're doing for them.
Excuse me, I just said nothing wrong, so
Right, come on, you've got 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Hold back. So we're getting lots of different words associated. I mean, we heard the foghorn, and then we heard D-Day, and then we also heard you will see, and then we're hearing hold back, don't fire. Like loads of mad stuff, military related. I mean, it makes sense with where we are at, but the fact that we are capturing it through this equipment doesn't make sense because there is nothing. It's obviously being affected.
why haven't you done anything? You did it.
Come on, I know you're trying.
You shut your mouth. Did you hear that there? Listen. That was like a proper angry, like sergeant or something. Listen.
Why haven't you done anything? You did it.
Come on, I know you're trying.
You shut your mouth.
Well done.
We'll get them.
Well done. Thank you. Who was speaking with?
Oh, wait. Where's he now?
Can you tell us your name?
Brett Neven.
Right, okay.
It'll sound better on that because it'll pick up on the audio, you see.
See where all you can hear us all talking in the background because some of the evidence that we've already captured, it's blown my mind. So some of this evidence that we're capturing now, we don't even realise. Jordan is my name.
Exactly that, yeah.
Because do you like the equipment?
Yeah. I swear I'm trying to do more calls.
Yeah, the
I heard like a mad foghorn before.
Then we heard the D-Day after it.
Come on in.
Let me chat up.
Nothing's happened. What language was that?
I know, I think that is German, isn't it?
That sounded German.
I know.
I mean, I don't know what German is, but it didn't sound English.
It's fighting history.
Can you tell me what language that was? Don't do that to me, equipment.
We're not gonna.
I know you're trying.
Guten Tag.
Proper full-on German, that like. Oh, I should listen more. I'm gonna edit that out. That's German, that like. That was Guten Tag. I said that earlier on.
Something like that.
Guten Tag. The energy's proper changed around that helmet, like.
I think I've seen somebody before, but I'm going to look back in it because. So,
Do you like that? We've brought the helmet here.
yeah, that as well. You couldn't see it outside. It could go, yeah, it sounded like that. It could be outside.
Yeah, you know, it's definitely banging going on. You've got a lot of people watching. I know that you're doing it, but I can hear you trying.
Come on, try harder.
That's it.
My right leg has. Hold down the right leg.
So I'm just rolling here. It is something from the starting.
Carol D.
None of that. Don't do that to me, Cleveland.
Female scream there.
Female coming through.
It's still on 3 now, Jordan.
Come on.
Come on, you can do better than that.
Any evidence is better than no evidence.
Come on.
Definitely.
I mean, saying that in hindsight to the evidence that we've captured, it sounds a bit stupid saying it, doesn't it? I mean, the amount of evidence we've already captured, military related, is ridiculous. Absolutely astronomical.
Come on, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
That was nice. I tell you, the female was coming through.
It's not like so here.
Now we're going to try and play a little game. Let's see if you can activate this as well when you come through. Right now, I want you to.
One thing to note as well, right? So you've just heard that explosion of sound. That would always happen before we got, like, it's effectively like that would happen and would have a glimpse into whatever was happening in that moment, like we're being teleported to a scene.
I need you to activate the device.
Get ready to be amazed. Listen.
Every siren?
Jesus Christ.
Got it, area Simon? And when you were there in that moment, you could hear. Did you hear the gunshots there? Like, them are off big, heavy artillery guns. Them weren't like a little handgun. Them are off big.
Yes.
You said it first.
Oh my god.
Hit the buttons.
Why did that
actually? Do you know what that actually sounded like? It
My
played.
God.
I was talking about the area siren
Aye.
first, though.
Well, if you think about it, what you've just said there, look what's in here. The wreckage of the plane in it.
Like a plane flying down and
Yeah.
dropping bombs.
Yeah, like a plane.
It's not doing it now, and I can guarantee you when it's edited, that's going to sound
Yeah.
proper amazing, mate.
It did.
Just so you all know what we're talking about,
Just over here.
Okay, so we're doing the investigation here. As you'll see, we've got the wreckage of a plane. Full on dogfights.
Oh, this is good. This is the best I've ever had you.
Thank you. That's why I'm come through now to speak. I feel like I'm in the blitz.
Yeah, the torch.
Sorry, mate. Can you come through and communicate?
More gunshots.
Sergeant Shaw, is this you letting us know? Come and speak.
The German soldier.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. I love the cinema feel you just gave with there. I feel like I'm in the cinema. I'm Saving Private Ryan. Can you make this device go off? No, we don't want any more of that. We want to see more. Whoa, that was like a scream at the same time. We've opened the portal to the other side. It's like the submarine. Dum, dum.
Is it like you did? Yes. Do you know what I mean? Like the.
But if there are any soldiers,
So what we'll do now,
this device.
we'll let it play actually.
Can we hear the air raid siren? Let me hear the air raid siren, please. Have you heard? So it's not the machine because it's working fine. It's they're actually physically making that happen. It's got, otherwise it would just be like this continuously.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was coming in waves. So what we noticed was the equipment would be completely fine, and then all of a sudden, in a flurry of activity, it would like literally peak, and it would start going crazy.
Can you? I'll let me hear the air raid siren. It sounds really freaky.
I love people
like Silent Hill, innit?
I bet you are terrified. I bet it's a terrifying time though. Can you imagine? I mean, obviously, but
I mean, there's a big siren there, isn't it, or a spotlight?
That's a searchlight for it.
Is it? Can you speak
Blast. I mean, that's.
This a proper spoiling us today.
you've got your right thing. Yes.
Do you know that the sound of that would sound?
So we've had lots of different interactions there. We've heard lots of evidence, and it's all war related, isn't it? Which would make sense for the location that we're in. But if you keep listening, what you're now going to start to hear is it's like effectively we're being shown many different pieces of apparatus that would have been used during that time.
And the Americans actually had fucking real cannons, and that's what it's probably trying to like. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So that's how a spirit box will normally sound. It's just sweeping through frequencies, but as soon as they want to manipulate it, manipulate it. How are you sure with someone?
Bing!
Like radar, listen.
Down you. Which is crazy because I've just said somebody was just stood there, right? And it's just come up saying pushed. How it's just a little bit balmy.
Did you just stand next to me and scare me?
if you're listening in the background, it sounds like you can actually hear like a mass amount of people stomping their feet, marching. It's kind of freaky, like.
Yeah.
It's like marching. It's mad, that like. Gunshots.
That was like a
What?
that was
That was like a clear.
from the, like you know, like not a cannon, but you know that kind of thing from for like I can see
It was like a
like that from not even like close to you, like you know.
From?
Yes.
Thank you for coming through. It's in the background. You can have like other things going on. Like it's like Green engines? Green engines? What the hell?
Now, if you listen to it now, you can genuinely hear the roar of engines. You can. It's weird.
Let me hear the tank. Let me hear the tank. Can we hear what a tank sounded like? Go on, mate, you know, tank sound. We've heard planes, heard marching, we've heard gunshots. Let me hear a tank.
We heard a cannon.
Heard a cannon? Yeah. Come on. You're doing awesome tonight, like. I hope I've pressed record.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I've checked 14. I've checked 14 times.
That's gunshots. No, don't want gunshots. Come on.
Did you hear that? Did you hear somebody shout for a medic? Medic!
Help me, that.
Help me.
Say it again.
There's another one. Help me.
Help.
Medic! Help!
That's awesome. Well done.
Still not the tank though. I can't remember. I forgot the tank.
I'm getting chills. It's like being in a You know what it feels like? It feels like we're a beautiful day, you know, like
Listen to the fog sound. Watch, I'll put it back because I stopped it to talk there, but listen to the siren masked in between it all. It's weird. It's like when it makes that noise, it's separating you from the materialistic and you're entering into the spirit void. It's weird. Listen to it.
beautiful day, you know, like Oh, yeah,
So at this part, the rest of the group's rejoining so we're trying to explain to them everything what's happening.
And who this? What? How are you doing it?
When you come back through, you've got a massive audience now.
Sirens, gunshots, cannons.
You've had gunshots, aircrafts, sirens.
We're missing hell.
Can you look if you have something else interesting? Please. That was a really loud voice.
What?
It was like a radio, like, call in.
come
That
back.
was a radio.
That was a radio.
Was
I heard
it?
like a radio
Was
call.
it?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, Sunday.
Never hear a siren. See that it goes back normal?
It all started.
Oh, honestly, it was sensational. I can't wait to edit it. I'll be like, oh, come on, can you head? Honestly, like surprising and non-stop and like, oh, you've been so much. Seriously, it's been amazing.
Have you had fun?
Yeah, what you do is do it.
Oh, sorry. Well, can we just use it 2 more minutes?
2 more minutes.
We're going to say goodbye in 2 minutes. So blow us.
So I'm going to quickly skip it now. We've watched all of that. It was absolutely amazing. That I'm actually going to burn that off into its own independent video for you all to watch, because you'll get it in better quality. But that was amazing. I completely forgot about all that. I'm just scanning to see what else happened. Was this where we got the gift? No, I don't think it was this night. It was on a different night. Let me just see what happens on this. I'll take this one. Because there's one. Did you hear that? Like, like that weird breath? Where there was another growl here. But there was one, I don't remember, because we've done that many investigations there. I can't remember if it was on this one or a different one. But you hear this lady shouting, "He shot me," and then a scream.
Would like to communicate. Could you please come to this device? That was me just turning me up. Do you remember us from last time?
That was like,
No.
look at the face. Look at the face on that, man. That's hilarious. If that's not a thumbnail, I don't know what is. I don't think it must have been this one, you know. But to put it in context, you hear like this proper blood-curdling scream. And then you hear, "He shot me." And then, it's terrifying. Like, it is really, really creepy. Hang on, was it there? Nah. Well, I hope you have enjoyed that. It's been a little bit longer than what we first anticipated. It's been a little bit of a change. To be fair, it's what I needed. I needed to just remember some of the stuff, some of the cool evidence that we've captured. I hope you have enjoyed it as much as I have. I know it's been a long one. But anyway, I'm going to be scheduling the next one. So make sure you check out for the scheduled videos. I think it'll be next week at some point. Well, no, it won't be next week. I'm away. But anyway, we'll be doing another one. After this is finished, this goes to members only. And then what you'll find is the high quality edited version will be out as its own independent video. If you are wanting to learn about the paranormal, if you're wanting to learn about spirit communication, then watch this. But what I am going to be doing is what you've just seen there. I'm going to make it into its own video as well, because there was so much evidence captured there. It was absolutely unreal. I think it needs its own independent video. I really do. I don't think it does it any justice being tucked away where people can't see it. It needs to be out there for the public to see. I mean, that was unreal. D-Day. Like, be ready to be amazed, and then all of a sudden it's his D-Day, and then you hear gunshots and you hear like planes coming down, and it's unreal, man. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed it. I know it's been completely different to what you have used to. If you have watched to this part to the live stream, right, it's now 2 hours and 41 minutes. So congratulations, because that is determination. That is willpower. That's what's going to put that fire in your stomach to be able to become a great medium, to be able to become a great paranormal investigator, a great psychic, because you have what it takes. You have the commitment. And anyway, I'm going to love you all and leave you all. Until the next time. Bye-bye for now.